Hello profiteers, warm welcome to our new video. Well, here we'll try and get a sense of whether we really are in a multi-year bull market. Well, the data seems to suggest so, and all indications are that we might be in a multi-year bull run. Point number one, why we think so, is that there is too much liquidity, as you can see, around the world. There's बहुत सारा पैसा sloshing around from central banks, all the major central banks, starting from the US Federal Reserve to everybody post pandemic has decided that the interest rates are going to be controlled. So the first point of cheap money floating around is interest rates under control. Where are these pension funds and big institutions going to put money? It's going to come back into equity itself. These big funds and other associations, or especially the pension funds, I know for sure, have so much money stashed that equities may, if you look at a clear bull run, you can see that in Indian equities. So that's point number one, cheap money. Point number two, we all know cheap oil. The dependence, the global awareness, environmental effects, and the dependence overall on crude oil and its determining products has been reducing consistently over the last 5 years, and looks like going further also it's going to reduce. So cheap oil and cheap money, these are the two Sanjeevani booties, if we say so, for our economy, at least for the Indian economy. And number three, if you see classic signs of a bull market, I mean, the consumption patterns are growing. Every month we are seeing that automobile sector, automobile companies, commercial vehicle makers, tractor makers. I mean, when the tractors start selling in your country, who is buying these tractors? Farmers. You're not buying it in the city. You're buying it in the rural areas. So when you're buying farmers on one side, the rural housing finance is growing. Classic signs of an emerging economy trying to come back to its growth numbers. So the third criteria is all about consumption, and we see a lot of consumption happening in across the board, across the sectors, especially if you see the rural India is driving this growth, and the cities or the urban tier 1 is catching up with this kind of growth. So these are classic signs of a bull market, and no wonder the market is not looking back. Also, there is a buy on dip opportunity every time there is a mild correction. You should expect a correction, it is round the corner, but every time there's a correction, there's immediately a buy. So there is a lot of FOMO also going on in the market, which is healthy. It's not bad ideally. What we should do to make the most of this market? See, if you are a positional trader, you should hedge your positions and try and book profits whenever possible. If you are an investor, sit back, relax, continue your SIPs, continue your monthly budgeting. Don't do anything flashy. I know it's difficult for an investor when you see profits in your demat account to continue with them. Trust me, keep the good work going and you'll be fine. Okay, we are very much in a kind of a most logical bull market, if I may call this to be, but it looks like that this will sustain. And all the major events we have crossed this year, we've had the US elections, we've had the pandemic drop, everything we have surpassed. So let us wait for the next signals that we get from the market. Until the time, keep profiting. All the best, ladies and gentlemen. Keep rocking.